Hey. It's been a hot minute since I made a video, huh? I've been wanting to make a gift giving guide, which is this video you're watching right now, because I really like buying presents and I like the whole process of it, right? I like writing down who I'm gonna get a present for, figuring out their niche, like discovering what I'm gonna get them. I love the whole thing. I love it. And I'm very lucky that I love it, because if I didn't love it, I think I would hate it. I would genuinely hate it, but I love it. So yay me. So because I do like it and because I enjoy the process, I thought I'd make this little video here to help you maybe make it less painful. For dating purposes, I'm recording this like mid-December. So this is within the Christmas range. However, the tips I'm gonna give you are really like vague. Like you can use them for birthdays, anniversaries, like they're pretty much just brainstorming kickers to help you figure out what you should be getting. I'm just gonna basically make this process easier for you to get to your end destination, and then you don't have to think about it and it's done. Part of the reason why this video is, you know, a little late is I wanted to have props. I want to show you exactly what I'm getting my friends and my family, like the actual things I'm gonna be wrapping up, so you can see what I'm doing and, you know, follow the same steps. This is just advice. This is just me helping you. I'm gonna be your pal, right? I'm gonna be the person you go, I have no idea what to give my mom for Christmas. I'm like, don't worry. I got you. I'm gonna help you brainstorm the perfect gift, or at least a nice gift that you can happily give them and be like, excellent, I've done my job. That's how I'm gonna get you there, I promise. So I'm gonna break this video down into a couple groups. The first section is just, you know, helping you think out what to get the people, but also tips on cards or stickers, like which one do you prefer? Should I wrap it? Should I don't? Wrap it. But I go into a little bit more detail than just that. I'll also go over, you know, DIY presents. They're really DIY presents. So, like, they're so cool and so fun, but they have their own limitations and their own do not do it if this is the case situation. So I'm gonna try and go over everything, and hopefully this is a good resource for you to figure out what you should be doing, like Christmas or birthdays or whatever. Yeah, but before we go on to that, I just have one last little thing I gotta mention. If you know me in real life, do not watch this video, please. I'm gonna be actually using what I'm actually gonna get you for Christmas in 2021. Don't actually, you'll see it. You'll see the things and go, oh, I know exactly who that's for. You'll see it and you'll know. I'm telling you, please don't do it. I can't actually do anything to you. If you do, you'll just know and you'll ruin the present, like the surprise. You'll just disappoint me horribly and I'll be very sad. Like genuinely sad if you watch this video. But if you don't know me in real life, no, feel free to stick around and actually learn something, hopefully. Yeah, I'm under no illusions they're gonna watch this, but I've prefaced it with, you'll make me sad. And I mean, okay, really, if you know me in real life, I might have got you something. Don't be like, oh, I only know her. I've only met her for like 20 minutes. No, don't do it. Okay, now that's done. Let's go on with the show. I'm actually not gonna move because this is actually really nice lighting. I have some notes. I have a lot of notes actually. I had to really write this down. I've also changed all my friends' names. So if you think you're gonna get in with it, no, I've named you. I've renamed you. The first group I'm gonna task you with is, your easy ones, right? The ones you know pretty well. Your friends, right? People that you hang out with on purpose, and so hopefully you have some shared interests or you know them. Like a little bit. And this is not including people who are hard to buy for. That's a different group. I'll be covering them. You know them. You have a friend who's like, oh, I don't want anything. You're like, come on, Jeffrey, tell me what you want. You're making this harder for me and harder for you. But no, this is your easy people. These are ones you kind of have an idea about. So this is kind of like we're picking an interest that they like. So if it's video games, the only thing I can think of currently, because I have some things regarding that. It's basically just an interest. So something that they like, or something that you both like, you get bonus points if you share the same interests. So for example, I have like a couple friends I play D&D with. We share the same interests, makes it a lot easier to, buy presents for. There is a cravat to this though. If they like something very technical, like let's say if they like fixing cars or musical instruments and you don't have the same interest in common, I'd recommend you avoid that entirely, because the only things that you're gonna think of and the only things that the internet's gonna suggest, chances are they're gonna be nice about it, but they probably already have it, or they don't have it for a reason. So avoid technical interests if you don't know exactly what you're doing. So first things first, I'm gonna call her Petty. She's got a Nintendo Switch. which is cool. I have a Nintendo Switch. This is an interest that we both share. She's bought recently a lot of Nintendo Switch games, like physical ones. And if you know anything about, you know, physical Nintendo games, you know they come with little cartridges, little chips. Because I do have like 1 or 2 cartridge games, I know how annoying they are to carry. Therefore, I have bought her this little travel case. Now this particular travel case, it has a bunch of little cartridge bits, right? So you can actually put a bunch of cartridges in this little travel case. This one in particular, I got because of that. Not all of them have that. Like some have cartridge spaces, but mostly just like 8 or like 4. This one I think has 14. It has 14 cartridge spaces, which is a lot. Additionally, this is another tidbit. I don't know if she already has a travel bag and if she likes that one more, because she could. This particular thing I bought from, you know, well-known commonplace retailer in Australia. It's JB Hi-Fi. And that way, if she does have it, doesn't want it, I can be like, that's cool, Penny. I got the receipt. It was like 29 bucks. We'll get you the money. You can buy something from JB. It'll be nice. So that's why I'm covering my back there if she does have one already. Now I have another friend who I've named. I have another friend called Lucas. Now, not his name, I've called him Lucas. So he likes Zelda. He likes Legend of Zelda a lot. His favorite game is Wind Waker, and I tried to find something cool for Wind Waker, but I could not. But I did find this. It's a little ocarina. I said it right. Ocarina. It's a little ocarina. So a lot of the reviews online said that this ocarina, so it's being sold as a musical instrument. However, the reviews are not a great musical instrument. Apparently, doesn't sound that great. Sorry, Lucas. But how do you actually apply this so it doesn't break? Whoop. There we go. If I drop this on camera, I'm gonna feel real bad. Here you go. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Yeah, a lot of the reviews didn't like how it was as a musical instrument, but they could not stop raving over how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is. Yeah? So, yeah, my friend Lucas likes Legend of Zelda. Pretty much has anything related to Legend of Zelda that you'd want. He doesn't need anything else. Everything he wants from Legend of Zelda, he already has. So I'm thinking out of the box here. I've got this cool little thing. He's recently bought a house. Lucky bastard. And I thought, he's a bit of a nerd. You know, his partner's also a bit of a nerd. This, I think, adorable, very pretty, decorative item, put in your house. I think it's pretty sweet. I think he'll be pretty chuffed with that. Back before I break it. For your reference, so the first one was $29. The ocarina was about, I think, $32. I'm trying to keep to a budget for every single person, so that way it feels really fair. Some things were a little bit more expensive, some things were a little bit more expensive, some things were cheaper. I made exceptions for my mum and my best friend because I love them and I want to get something really, really nice. But for everyone else, I stuck to around $30 because that felt fair. And also I have a budget that allows that. I don't have a lot of external fees. I live with my parents. So I have that amount of money to spend. If you wanted to go cheaper than that, totally welcome to try. It is a little harder. If you wanted to go cheaper but still have some really quality things, I'd recommend stores, the only one I can think of right now is TK Maxx. We have that in Australia. I know Britain has that as well. It's a pretty good variety store. You don't go to TK Maxx for a specific item. You go there because you know they have a bunch of stuff that's just pretty cheap, but it looks nice. For example, it's not in that one. I have a couple boxes here actually. There are some things I'm not showing on camera because there's some people I don't trust not to watch this video, so I'm not showing you the video. I'm not putting it on video, right? Some people I don't trust who I am showing, but you know, for example, I reckon Lucas is totally gonna watch this video and see what he's getting. I don't trust that bastard. He's gonna see it, but the ocarina is so pretty, I couldn't resist. So we have this. This was $9. But, it is a soap kit and it has a bunch of soaps in there, right? Soaps are nice. I would like to get this. I think it's pretty neutral, so whoever gives it to, I hope they also like it. It does actually smell quite nice. But it was $9 and it's from TK Maxx and I didn't know I was going in there to get it when I went in and I saw it and I was like, I can get that. That'll go to a happy home. They'll like it. The last one for this particular one. I have another friend. I've named them. I've named them Roxy. Ooh, what a name. They've just started getting into, you know, art and watercolor. And when I say just started, I think actually they started doing it beginning of the year. So I think they have a whole year experience on it. I've done a bit of watercolor myself. I think they might be better at watercolor than me now because I just don't have that much experience in it. but I've done enough to know what makes a good kit and what doesn't. This one I think was about $35, a little bit more expensive. But it's got it's a little metal case. It's got, I don't actually know what it is. That's probably a pencil. That's a brush. We got a cool watercolor brush where you put water in it. Put water in it, and it basically is the watercolor brush. You don't have to keep dabbing into a water jar. You can just keep going for it, which I thought was pretty sweet. But it also has this little sample sheet. Yeah, you put the watercolor samples on so you can see what the actual colors are. And this little, okay, fine. And this little guide as well. So this is another little guide on how much it is, and that just slots right there, which is pretty nifty. So it can protect everything and separates it. But look how many colors you're gonna get with that. Ooh, sorry. Look how many colors you're gonna get with that. Like, look how many there are. And they're like pretty chunky pellets too. Stop. So I thought this is a really, really good little travel watercolor case. I use the reviews a lot when it comes to purchasing things, especially online, because I can't, vet this before it just arrives. So a review is super important. If you can try and get something that's, vetted, do it. I think I looked at maybe like 30 different sets before I settled on this one. Slight little bonus, it's a square and it's gonna wrap so nicely. So those are my pick your interest for people. So she bought a bunch of Switch games. So I bought her a case that has a lot of Switch games holders in it. The other one really likes Ocarina of Time. I quite like Legend of Zelda a lot too. So I could look at that, think I want that. He probably will like it as well. And then my other friend, she likes watercolor, bought her a watercolor kit. The key there is I have used watercolors before. I have an experience with watercolor. I know what makes a good kit a good kit. If you weren't into watercolor and you're just buying something because it feels like a good deal, I feel like it's gonna take you longer because you have to read a lot of reviews to make sure they work. I feel like it's gonna be harder for you. My second grouping is basically people you know and people you know well enough, but you don't know a lot of their interests enough to get them something in that sphere. So what I mean by that is, for example, the two peeps I'm gonna show you, I play D&D with them. They like D&D. I know they really like D&D. I don't really talk to them about anything else other than D&D. So, like, I'm not gonna keep buying them dice. Like, they already have enough dice. And anything that's really nice for D&D is more expensive than I want to put out, right? So I bought everyone in my D&D group a present. So I'm not going above that $30 threshold, right? That's too expensive. Basic gist of this grouping is you buy them something that they wouldn't typically buy themselves. For example, I bought someone last year a really good pillow because I would love to get a really good pillow, like a really good, non-allergenic pillow. It sounds like a really nice present. I'd love to get that. And with lip balm, right? You always buy the really cheap lip balms, and then one day you buy a nice expensive one, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. I'm specifically talking about the Sugar Fresh lip balm. They're really good, but they're also 20 bucks. No, that's wrong. They're also 30 bucks, and they're expensive. And I can't just go willy-nilly buying that stuff. But it's the only lip balm I've ever used to completion. Like the whole thing, I've used it. But in regarding things for this one, they got my friends. I'm gonna call him Rocky. I don't know, it sounds like a fun name. So this is a very cool, see it? You can kind of see it. This is an embossed journal. It's got this giant tree on it. The back side's also embossed. The whole thing is just really pretty. It's all leather. It's like all of these pages are pretty, they're a little bit furry. You can tell that they're pretty naturally made. And this is just a nice item. This is just nice, right? Probably wouldn't buy this for myself if I saw someone selling it for 30 bucks. But as a gift, I would so take this. And also, since I played D&D with Rocky specifically, he might use it for notes, but he might not. He can use it for anything he wants to. He also really likes really pretty things. He constantly buys pretty dice, and he has pretty dice bags, and he just really likes pretty things. And this is pretty. I think this is pretty. So I'm pretty stoked to give him that. Now the other one I have is for Mark. So Mark is a pretty classy dude. I know he likes alcohol, but I like whiskeys and stuff, but I do not know anything about whiskeys or scotch. I'm a bad person to ask about alcohol, don't know anything about it. But he's a pretty classy guy, right? So I got him this. It's a pen. in a little pen case. I have to scrub the stamp off it still. I thought the case was going to be prettier. It's not, and that's just a fumble I got from buying things online. But this is the item. It's a pen. It's a yeah. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. It's a fountain pen. You can't tell from this far away, but it has a bunch of like little engravings at the top here. It just is really, really well made. Everything about this has been, considered. So he also plays D&D with me. He's not really one for notes. He's not really one for dice, but nice pen, right? I think everyone's gonna like a nice pen. Additionally, I bought two because I also like a nice pen. So I bought one for myself. I wanted one. I feel like he'd like it as well. It's a very simple logic. As long as you don't get too niche, right? Like, I'd also want a nice pair of pajamas. I don't know if he even wears pajamas. Probably wouldn't do that. But a nice pen? It was all the rage a little while ago to get engraved pens. I don't know if I'd be happy with the engraved pens. I think they're kind of cheap, but if you're buying it for your dad or your mom or an older person, oh, they love engraved pens. They go crazy for it. So that's a good idea. Also, engraved pens generally have a really nice case. That's really good to wrap. This is gonna be really disappointing to wrap. This is just tiny. Tininess does not determine how good a present is. My last, brainstorm topic regarding presents is people who are awful to buy for. People who are like, oh, like Christmas? I don't really want anything, don't worry about it. Or someone's invited you to a birthday party and you've met them once. You're like, oh, I mean, I want to go to the birthday party, but I really don't know what to get you. They're just hard people to buy for. Now, you can always get them a gift card. I don't love getting gift cards because it doesn't have the same feeling as, wrapping something up and giving it to them. But there are times where gift cards are appropriate. For example, I might be going to my friend's house for Christmas in the evening this year. I asked them if it was okay for me to go, and she was like, yeah, okay, cool, totally fine. I've asked my parents, and they're probably gonna get you something. And I was like, don't get me anything, because I'm gonna have to get your parents something now. I don't know them very well. Oh no. So I went the easy route and got them gift cards. Don't just hand them like a gift card just by itself. I feel like that is a bit weird. You need to get them a card, I think. I'm not a big fan of cards if it's for Christmas or like a big gathering present event, because I like writing nice things on cards. I like making them a little bit more personal, and I don't want to write 30 cards in a row for Christmas and make them all personal, because that's exhausting and it's already hard enough. No, thank you. I'm just gonna slap your name on a sticker and go, done, cool. If it's someone's birthday and you're writing one card, it's not as daunting. But if you're getting them a gift card, get them a card, because then at least it goes in an envelope and you can be like, here's the thing. This is it. I'm probably not gonna write them an essay on how much I love you, Yinny's parents, but thanks for letting me come by. Obligatory present. Another thing with the gift cards, make sure you get it as a Visa card or something, like, the equivalent of a use anywhere kind of card. If you get it from a specific place, then you're forcing them to buy from that place. And if you don't know them very well, how are you to know they will enjoy shopping there? Maybe they might hate that store. Visa gift cards, go for that. Also, on cards, while I'm on this topic, if you're getting a present for someone that you're not going to be there for when they open it, or if you're not going to see them. For example, my cousins, I've got them some presents for this Christmas. I'm not going to Queensland where they live this year, like out of state, because I'm having another leg surgery. So I need to stay home, but I want them to get a present anyway. So I've got them their present, I'm going to wrap it up, but I'm also going to put a little card in there and write them a little note, because I'm not going to see them, and that's a bit sad. So if you're not going to see them, write them a card. Doesn't have to be too long. Just, I love you, yo gooba. Something nice. Another thing, okay, I know I keep saying like one last note, but like one last note. If you have old people that you're buying for, Mom, if you're seeing this and you hear me calling you old, I'm very sorry. Yeah, they love scratchies. They love scratchies. And if you buy them something that they don't love, then the little scratchy, they do love a little scratchy, so that makes them a little happier. This is the hard people, I'll get back on track. This is the hard people to shop for club. The first person I have on this section is a girl called Bo. I've not her name. I just like the name Bo. I've had like 2 conversations with her. She seems nice. I don't know that much about her though. I should get her a gift. Advice for thinking of presents to get people when you don't know them very well if they compliment you on anything. I've gotten compliments for fuzzy sweaters before in the past, and I've kind of gone, Roxy likes fluffy, warm sweaters. Maybe on her birthday when it's winter, I'll get her a fluffy, warm sweater. She might like that. So I got complimented for my little hair tie. I got those holographic hair ties, and she complimented me. I think it was like the first 5 minutes of meeting her. She complimented me on them, and I thought, okay, if you really like that, I will buy you your own. I can't just give her this. I feel like that would be a bit weird. Also, it's not worth 30 bucks. So I got her this as well. It's a little book on houseplants. As I was leaving, one encounter I met her with, she went, oh, do you like plants? I love plants. Like, she was able to like put in the enthusiasm of liking plants into a 5-minute goodbye moment. I'm not gonna buy her a plant, right? I don't know what her plant situation is. If I give her a plant she doesn't want, I'm giving her a responsibility. However, little book on plants. I think if I bought her something more extensive, she would then know that I asked someone around her what to get her. And then getting like a really expensive present from someone that you don't know very well, I think feels kind of bad. You feel kind of guilty. I'm not expecting a present from her because she barely knows me. But if I got a present from someone I barely knew and it was a great present, I'd be like, damn, I didn't get you anything. I'd feel bad. So this is nice. This is a nice little run-of-the-mill present. Now, the other two people I have in this section are, horrible people to buy presents for. They are the people who are like, don't get me anything, I don't want anything. Or they're just really functional people who, when they want something, will just buy it. And now I can't get you anything. You don't want anything, you're done. The first one I have is, I've named him Tom. The packet, it was kind of weird. Yeah, the packaging really could have done better. It's just in a box. Don't know. But what this is a lockpicking kit. It's just in a sandwich bag. Like, if I wanted to make a really good gift, right, this is probably not gonna be it. But I know Tom's not gonna care what it looks like, as long as he likes it. Effectively, it's a little quick user guide, but then it's also a little bag, lockpicking tools, and then a transparent lock to like teach you how to use it. It's a transparent lock with a key set and this is really cool. This was $17. This was the cheapest item I got, pretty much. And it's one of the coolest. I want this. This is cool, damn it. If he hates it, I'm taking it from him, all right? I'm gonna warn him, like, you don't like it, I'm taking this back and you're getting nothing. So Tom, again, I don't know if he's watching this. Sorry, Tom. He probably isn't though. Tom is really practical. He works with his hands. He's got a really cool workshop and stuff like that. But it's the only thing he cares about is his workshop. I can't just buy you like a handsaw. Like, what am I gonna get you? A new vacuum? So I got him something, hopefully it's a little out of the box. He likes Skyrim and that has a lockpicking mechanic. So maybe he likes lockpicking. I think it's cool. I think it's a bit nifty. Everyone I've told that I've got him this goes, oh, that sounds cool. I want that. Hopefully he'll just like it. There's no reward for buying people gifts, right? The gift is buying people gifts. So if they don't like it, that's just, you gotta accept that's probably gonna happen. It sucks if you get like your mom something that she doesn't like, because then you feel bad. But I don't feel that bad about Tom, because he ain't tell me shit, right? He ain't tell me anything he wants. I still want that. It's so cool. So this is the third last one for this section. This is my granddad's thing. It is a precision screwdriver set. He doesn't really like a lot of things, but he likes tools. While he does have a set of tools he already likes, this set had a lot of good reviews and it's also magnetic. I think magnetic tools are really fun and he will enjoy, pulling tools out and be like, this is cool. This is cool. That's cool. So I got him that. Another tip about buying people presents is not all the presents are gonna go down great. Some people are just impossible to buy presents for. Sometimes it's just really hard. So the effort is what counts. So I thought of him, I thought hard on what he wanted. This is the effort. And hopefully he likes it. And if he doesn't like it, he's still gonna hug me on Christmas. He's still gonna say thank you. He's still gonna go through all the things. And if I see him using it later, I'm gonna be happy about that. If I don't, I tried. I really tried. Sometimes it's just no winning. Like, I've bought my mum a lot of presents throughout the years, and a lot of the times she does not like what I got her. I will very minutely talk about my mum because, you will have a person in your life who's like this. This is my mum. This is actually one of the presents I got her one year. She doesn't really like stuff because she's one of those people who just buys things that she wants. And that way there really isn't anything she wants when it's time for Christmas. So I tend to buy her pictures of us because it's a rarity. I bought her books in the past. She has favorite authors, but then she's never read them, so she's not a very big book person. The thing that she really likes the most is shared time together. She likes doing things like getting food together or going on little holidays. So over the couple years, when I've gotten, I have more money to like dip into now, the big present I normally do is I try and organize a trip with her and try and surprise her. Like whether it's a picnic for one day or planning like a trip out of town to stay somewhere. I've been trying to do that last one for a little bit, but lockdown and all the travel restrictions have made it really hard to pull off. I'm also not showing, this is from last year I think, or a year previous to that. I'm not showing you the present that I'm giving her this year because she might watch this video. I don't know. And she would definitely ignore that warning in the beginning. She'd be like, oh, I'm not one of Caitlin's friends, I'll watch it. And then she gets to see what I'm getting her. So, Glynis, I'm not falling for it. So that's my main segment on what to buy people for Christmas. Or, birthday. I keep saying Christmas because it's December. But for birthdays it works too. It's a pretty general guide on just brainstorming what to get people. I want to go over DIY items as well. So making things for other people is really, really cool, but it's also much, much harder. I'm not really a really good person to ask about DIY things. Instead, I've asked a friend of mine to help me with this because sorry, I get kind of mad at how good she is at making presents because like I can make stuff, but not like how she can. So I'm gonna go hang out with her and we're gonna discuss what makes a good DIY present. Whoop! Okay, I have nailed it. Recording. All right, I'll close my eyes. You do things.
I'm coming in.
I'm actually a little nervous.
No, it's okay. I'll let you know when I've seated myself.
My human senses are telling me you're here and I'm like,
Whatever you do, don't look under the table.
You're making it feel like a horror story. It's like, don't look at the lady in the mirror. If you do, she eats your soul.
No. Alright, everything's fine.
You said that kind of unconvincingly. Okay, now I can look?
Yes.
Alright. I don't know, what do I say? Hi. Welcome to the intermission of this video. We've talked a lot about today about how to buy... I've talked a lot about today how to buy some good gifts. Hopefully the advice has been good so far. I don't actually know, I'm filming this out of sequence. But, probably won't leave that in there. But I wanted to talk about a fun new topic, which is DIY presents. DIY presents could probably deserve its own video, honestly. So I wanted to talk about DIY presents, and I've done a couple in the past, but I'm bringing in a DIY superstar, genius, woman amazingness, because I have my friend, go, time, be here.
Hello!
Yinny!
You thought it was I, but it is I. Dio. I can't do the pose in the chair.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a JoJo reference.
Ah, good for you. This is my friend Yinny. Genuine friend, real friend. Didn't pay her money for me to be here. She's here, of her own free will, and she knows a lot about DIY gifts because she makes things, many things. I can't even describe. What do? You make like felt toys and crochet toys.
I felt things and I crochet things.
If you have a lot of interests, making gifts for friends is a great idea because it actually gives you 1, motivation to make something with your talent, and 2, a deadline that you have to stick to. Hopefully stick to, and that'll give you the motivation to actually get it done.
Deadlines don't work, but like, if I don't do this, my friend will not have a gift and they'll be sad. That works.
Yeah, like you can imagine your friend going, oh no, it's okay, you don't have to get me a gift. But you feel bad. The guilt does get you.
You feel it in your soul.
That's the downside also to DIY stuff, is that if you don't do it, it doesn't exist, and therefore you don't have a present. And normally you don't realize that's gonna happen until like the night before, and you're like, I should have taken more time to make this thing. There are downsides to DIY presents, but again, I think they're super, super unique.
It saves you a lot of money if you don't want to buy a bunch of gifts because you might not have the budget for it. but it doesn't make it any less not worthy.
That's really useful information for Christmas, when you have to buy a
Yeah.
bunch of gifts at once. If it's just one present, like it's still good, like for someone's birthday, if it's a one-off, that's still fine, but for Christmas, when you have to buy so many things all at once, and especially with DIY stuff, normally you end up buying a ton of craft things at once, so it's more supply for one present, so you can make a bunch of them if you want to.
Doesn't mean like if it's your hobby, you already have a bunch of the stuff.
You tend to already have a bunch already, yeah.
Boxes and boxes of yarn.
I have a lot of art supplies just everywhere.
I'm loving
I have no
that.
paper, but a lot of art supplies. Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
gonna get it. You hold up. I'm gonna go grab some.
Grab the green nutsack.
Oh, but I wanted to get the puppy.
Its eye might fall out, by the way.
What?
Yeah, I didn't secure the eyes.
Oh god. Okay. So these are some lovely little crochet papas.
We have Zero
Yeah.
from Nightmare Before Christmas.
So soft.
My hair is stuck on it.
This is like a green booger. I don't actually know what this is.
This is Mooncake from Final Space. He's a dimension destroying alien.
Why do you even watch? I have no idea what you
It's a
do.
good show. It's on Netflix. My hair is also stuck on it.
You intertwine it with love. This one's my favorite.
Ooh, this
Little
one's
fat-
a lot of
Look at the
people's
little fat chunk.
favorite. This is Thickerita.
Look what you called it.
Thickerita, fat pear with a leaf. It's missing a foot because I got lazy and I didn't finish the foot.
The hubris is here. Didn't cook on the eye. Didn't make a foot.
Oh, do you want the shiny fat pear?
Shiny fat pear.
Shiny fat pear.
Oh no, it's sweet.
This one's fatter. I like stuff it
They're so
more.
precious. I want one.
Fat pears.
At this point, I want to mention, Yinny also has a store. I think you sell the patterns for
do.
these online. So if you want to look at the patterns, you can look at that. Don't worry, if you have the motivation, you can put the feet on yourself. You don't have to leave it footless. The pattern does mention putting feet on them.
It does. I do include feet.
See, these ones aren't gifts though. If they were
No.
gifts, I think you would actually finish them.
I put feet.
Yeah.
This one. I made this for my hair is on it. I made this for Jared on our third date because it coincided with his birthday, and he likes sloths, and people call him Sloth because he's apparently lazy.
Apparently, who calls him lazy?
His football team and his family was just like Sloth because he just likes to lie there.
Jared is the most muscular dude I've ever met in real life. I don't know if I should get him in here to just show. Actually,
The Dorito.
hey Jared, can you come in here and just be buff for 2 seconds? People are calling you lazy apparently, and I don't believe it.
I am lazy.
Come on, in. Too tall though. You have to bend down.
Hello, Dorito
Or sit
man.
down.
I don't know what I'm doing. Rude.
No, you have to give us a flex.
What sort of flex?
You can bend down and go wide.
Like-
Shit.
Jesus Christ. Ah!
Goodbye.
Thank you, Jared. I appreciate your sacrifice. That's Jared. That's context.
Yeah, this sloth was for Jared. I put bra hooks on the hands so it can you
That's actually really
can play hooking on stuff.
But this is also, get back to advice time. This is also a really good example of making a DIY present for someone with them specifically in mind.
Yeah.
He likes sloths, therefore you make him a sloth.
I wouldn't have made Jared because I feel like for a third date that's a bit creepy. It's
Yeah.
here's a voodoo doll with you.
I can do art things. I've always felt weird of the idea of drawing people. That's the first thing that comes to my head. It's I'll draw them, and it's kind of yeah, but would you want to receive a picture of yourself for your birthday? Normally you start thinking of okay, what do they like? For example, I play D&D and stuff, and so one of the first things I think of is their character. They want character art, right?
Yeah.
Or I think I did for one of your birthdays once, I drew a picture of, was it Ventus from
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts?
And Vanitas.
Vanitas,
And I was
yeah.
in the middle and I was like,
It was cute. It was little
It's in the other
chickies.
room.
You actually have it here?
I'm pretty sure I have it. I should go grab it.
Probably should go grab it.
I'm gonna go get it.
I don't really want you to go grab it, but you probably should.
This is it.
Oh how did you find it so quickly?
I leave things in specific places and then I remember where they are. So if I'm missing a paper clip, I'm just oh yeah, I left one in the corner behind the desk.
It's just memory. I just remember.
Okay, dokie.
Oh no.
Okily dokily.
Oh god.
I have a couple from you here. I think maybe just this one, and there was another
I need
one.
to point out, these are
Yes.
more than 10 years old. Oh, it actually is
Ta-da!
adorable.
Oh,
You probably have to go closer. There she goes.
Oh yes, I did used to have that hairstyle.
You did. That's also downside advice for you for DIY presents. People will keep them forever. They will keep them forever, whether you want them to or not.
It's in my precious box. But yeah, general like gist is you either find something that they like. This one, I finished this morning. It is for a friend who's leaving tomorrow, and his favorite Pokemon is Jirachi.
And this guy like plays Pokemon a fair deal too.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, you Pokemon, oh yeah, right. It's when he says his favorite Pokemon, he really means that. I guess that we're saying learn how to make crochet things because apparently that's a really good skill.
Also, like, you have to time yourself. I gave myself 3 months.
Give
for each
yourself
person.
way more time than you
Yeah.
think you need because life always ruins it.
And also, like, keep the amount of people to a minimum because sometimes when you finish one thing, you get the adrenaline rush. It's like, everyone deserves something as good as this. And sometimes, if you don't give yourself enough time, someone gets this, and another person gets bored.
Yeah. Like, if you think you can manage it all, amazing, do it. But if you feel like you can't, be kind to yourself and please try and be realistic.
Yeah.
Times I've tried to like draw up something before someone's birthday and realized I had either 2 options. Either I can finish it, or I just, straight up miss the birthday party, but I get them, their present. If you feel like in that situation you are gonna miss the party, you're better off going to the party, saying, hey, I've got something for you, give me an extra like 2 days. They'll be fine with it. People are generally really okay with that because if you miss the party, that's a one-off event. You can't redo and come back and do it. But you can totally take another 2 days to finish off the item.
Yeah.
So, time. It's literally DIY equals time.
It is time. Generally, I give myself like a week to 2 weeks more than I think I need. It's a gift that you're giving to someone.
Yeah.
They're gonna be grateful no matter what.
Today's date is the 4th of December.
Yes, it is.
My friend Yinny here is making me something for Christmas. I have no idea what it is, and I love it. I don't care what it is. I love it. I just straight up don't know what it is. And I'm really excited and I want to know what it is. But even if it is just like shit, the fact that you have made it means I will love it. We had an idea for maybe showing you what she's making me for Christmas. And we're gonna play this little game of I'm gonna leave, you're gonna show them, and then you're gonna edit this, or at least edit this particular part.
Yeah.
And then I'll release it having never seen this.
And you still can't watch that little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like figure out where the timestamps are and just jump over it and not see it. And I can't tell if this is a stupid idea or a fantastic idea.
It's great because they get to know, we get to share a secret, and you get nothing until Christmas.
I don't know if this is gonna work out, but we'll see.
It'll be good. Go hang out with Jared. Go have a good time. He's out there playing Pokemon. Alright, now that Caitlin's gone, I'm gonna share what I've been working on. Goodbye, towel. Oh no, I put this too far under the desk. Ah. Eh. Stuff is falling out. Okay. Okay. You know how a couple of months ago when Harry Styles released Watermelon Sugar, he had this cardigan on that was pretty spectacular. It looked like it was made with love. Caitlin loves big, warm, cuddly, woolly cardigan type things. She likes to be swaddled in fabric. And she also really likes that like vintagey, thrifty, antique-y kind of look. So I decided to make her the cardigan, but there's a twist. Caitlin likes purples. So I've chosen 5 colors of different shades of purple to make this cardigan. So instead of the blacks and reds and greens and yellows that were in the Watermelon Sugar cardigan, Caitlin gets a version that's different shades of purple. So we've got this bluish lavender color, we've got this nice lilac-y color, we got this brightish Gengar looking purple, we got a more muted dark lavender, and finally we've got this pretty dark aubergine color. It's a little similar to this, but it's a couple shades darker. So it's gonna be a monochrome Watermelon Sugar cardigan. I haven't done all the squares, but there's going to be 8 different types of squares and with different color combinations. So this is a combination of 2 of the yarns, and I've made a couple of squares with this combination. We've got the lighter color lavender in what's called the Elizabeth stitch, which is very, very beautiful. we've got the more bluey lavender in a basic ribbed stitch that I've done. I've got a combination version of a primrose stitch that I've done as well. And finally, just a wider rib stitch in the darker color. I've still got some others to do, like a berry stitch and a waffle stitch. And the reason why I'm doing different stitches is because the different colors are cool, but Caitlin is also a massive fan of textures. So I thought I'd take it one step further and torture myself a bit more and do different textures for every color of squares. And when that's done, I'm going to put it all together, sew it all up, do like a ribbed collar around it, and do a ribbed band, put some buttons in, and make the cuffs. And I really hope she likes it. I really do. I'm pretty excited about this one. Yes, I thought about it a lot, and Caitlin's very special to me. We've been friends since year 7. The first time we spoke to each other was because in gym class and both of us didn't want to run, so we were just straggling in the back, and that's how we struck up a conversation about Kingdom Hearts. And she's done a lot for me over the years, and I really wanted to go all out for her this Christmas and just get my hands stuck into a very big project so I could show how much I love her in every single stitch that I'm gonna make. Alright, keep this a secret. Please don't tell her. If you guys in the comments can tell her that it's a massive, massive crocheted Mr. Burns doll, then that would be great. We'll keep it under wraps. Just keep this between you and me. And I can't wait to show her.
Sure.
Really call her back in.
Inquisitive.
Let me hide all the things.
I've returned.
Welcome. I'm spinning out of control.
I've returned there. Hello. I have no idea what she said to you. I hope it was good advice. If it was bad advice, please send that to her and not to me. I don't know what she said to close that out, but DIY presents, final word. Good ideas, they're great. They're really good ideas, but
Pace yourself.
yeah.
Be nice to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't go overboard and make everything super grand.
And also don't do it for everyone, especially around
Yeah.
Christmas time, because that just blows out all the time you had for everyone else.
Pick it for like your super bestest friends or most loved people, and always give yourself, I'd say, a third to double more than the time that you think you need.
Yeah, especially if you're trying something out for the first time. If you're an old hand at it and you've done it a couple times, you have a really good idea how long something's going to take.
Yeah.
If you're trying to learn something to do this, give yourself extra time, especially if you need extra time after that to be like, oh, this didn't work, I need to then buy something. That's about it. That's all for the segment. Thank you, I did. I was gonna like appreciate you, and now you just dabbed in my own video. What are you doing? Thank you, Yinny, for being in my video about this. This sounds really horrible. Thank you for being in my video
That's okay.
for DIY stuff. Good luck with your DIY ventures, guys.
Also keep it a secret.
See, I thought this was a good idea. Now I'm like stressed about it.
I'm very pleased with myself.
Okay, good enough. Good enough. That's how I work here. Good enough.
She'll be right.
Should be right. Hello. Welcome back. Sorry about how chaotic that last segment was. Me and my mate can't ever shut up. We're gonna conclude this lovely little video. I hope this was helpful. It can be really stressful getting people presents. It's almost like, especially at Christmas time, it feels like a competition to have the better present. And if you don't like doing presents from the get-go, it's even worse. I know it sounds lame, but it really is the thought that counts. It's not even in the frame. Ah, god dang it. God dang it, Bobby.
Yeah, now you can see my presents.
Awfully fun to figure out how I'm gonna do it in the edit. Where was I at too? It really is just about the effort. If you're willing to try to get them a present, even if they hate it, it's still worthwhile. Like some presents are genuinely bad. I think one year my granddad got my mum a set of car seat covers, and that's kind of annoying. It's like the saying, like, don't give someone an iron when they don't want an iron. It's boring. It's like a chore. It's like, yeah, you make the chore easier, but unless they were really wanting a new iron, it doesn't sound like a great gift to me. Anyway, this is the last segment, just wrapping. I love wrapping presents. I think wrapping presents is the best part. I genuinely have been actually a little bit mad at this video because I've been wanting to wrap those presents so badly. I have an opinion actually on wrapping presents. I know, it sounds stupid, right? I think the concept of wrapping a present is inherently wasteful because you're wrapping something else with the intention of it being ripped off and thrown away immediately. If you can make it a little less harmful, amazing. But this particular year, I've gone out of my way to buy a giant, like 10-meter thing of butcher's paper, which I bought at Spotlight. This is really thick butcher's paper. I think it was like $10. And it's not see-through. I've had butcher's paper in the past which has been see-through, which sucked. This is entirely recyclable. It's not inherently Christmassy, so I can use it for birthdays. This is like the one time that all the aesthetic Pinterest mums wrapping their presents up in cardboard is a boon to me. Also, sticker tape sticks really well to this. I've had some other papers in the past that have been too oily. It comes straight off. So find yourself some good butcher's paper, super recyclable. Wrapping paper is recyclable as long as it doesn't have like foil on it, because the foil is like plastic and it can't be done. Additionally, I'm in Australia where our recycling plants can handle sticky tape, but I don't think the UK can, which is a bummer, and I'm not entirely sure what you should do in the alternative. Maybe you can use glue sticks? I'm not super sure if the adhesive would be a bad idea. I researched this about 3 months ago when I bought the wrapping paper. Good luck to you. But if you live in Australia, sticky tape. You can use it on this and feel good about it. I don't know about the US. Additionally, this is, it's twine, but I think it was specifically meat twine. I threw away the packaging already, I can't tell you. Also these, instead of the stickers, which I normally do, because they're foily, they got foil on them, can't recycle that. I literally had to change my entire process because I was researching this. I think it's for the better because I feel like this is gonna last me a long, long time, especially this guy. I don't know if I'd feel so bad about it if I didn't know wrapping paper would immediately be torn off something and thrown away. Alright, if you think about wrapping paper, wrapping your presents is so cool and you have a ribbon and it's like special, right? It's just special to get the gift. It's just nice like this. So that's what I've done. The best things to wrap are rectangles, obviously. If you have two rectangles like this, if you get a bit of sticky tape and you fold it on itself, you can use that to stick it to this. So that way when you put the ribbon on it, it doesn't fly around and move and fall out. That's why it's sticking so well. This one could not be redeemed. It's a weird shape. Stuff inside of it's a weird shape. I tried my best. I think that's the thing I want you to take away from this, is that I'm just trying. I'm just trying to make some cute presents. And I fail sometimes. I don't think everything I bought everyone and I showed you today will go down well. I think some people either, like Penny, she might have a Switch case already. Okay, I can deal with that. I will make some mistakes here, but the general gist and what you should take away from this is that you've tried, they know you've tried, and don't sweat it too much. This is all stuff I'm doing in my free time, and this is my own money that I'm spending on these things, and it's because I really like them, and that's why I'm mostly doing this for myself. I enjoy wrapping presents. I enjoy buying people presents. I enjoy this process. This is for me. So basically my main advice to you is don't worry about it as much. So that's the whole thing. I just hope I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope whatever Yinny told you was good. I genuinely don't know what she showed you. She could have showed you anything. And I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue what she's getting me. I'm excited and a little nervous. Don't tell me what it is, because I do want it to be a surprise. So Yinny, who is my bestest friend, she also has a YouTube channel. She's really smart and she's really talented. She's gonna do so well. I'd be so appreciative if you could, you know, probably put her channel in the descriptions. If you could go and go say hi. You will enjoy hanging out with her. She puts way more effort into everything than I do. She's just a beautiful human being and I love her. But that's all I've got to say. That's it. I hope you guys have a nice day. I'm literally going to immediately wrap these presents instead of editing this because I just really want to wrap them so bad. It's been really fun talking to you again. I have actually kind of missed this actually, which is not bizarre because to me, this is just me talking to myself in my own room, which is something I do a lot. It's just now I have a ring light on me. I'll figure out how to end these things properly another day. Next, that'll be my New Year's resolution, how to end videos well. I'll try and put all the items I showed today in my content description. If you have any questions, especially if you, for example, have anything regarding gift giving or gift buying and I haven't covered today, please ask me in the comments. I will try and answer them. I am not a professional. I'm not sure if you can be a professional. If I could get a career doing this, by golly, I would. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a nice December. Mwah! Hello. I'm gonna give you a secret room update because my room has changed very, very slightly, but it's quite pretty at the moment. That's it. That's all you're going to be saying if you stay longer than this, so stick around, huh? So we have my bed. Very cute. Got stuff. Ring light. Woot. My clothes, because they don't fit in my room. They don't fit in here. I have to still do this. You wanna see what I'm dealing with here? Didn't even open all the way. It's just full. Like, I can't compete with it. It is, too hard. I'm tired, that's why I'm talking in an accent. Apologies to everyone who actually speaks in an accent. But no, this is the other side of the room. Adorable, adorable, adorable giant TV! Okay, I bought this TV, right? I bought it like 2 years ago with the intention of it being, the only TV, oh hello, it's me. The only TV I'd ever, need. It's too big. It's really nice, but it's massive. These are doing very well. Doing great, thank you, thanks for asking. These are doing also pretty well. Doing great, thanks for asking. I have too much planned, so they're on the ground now. Cute, 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 cute. I bought a second Syncarnia because this leaf is white and it's real pretty. But no, that's the whole room. Hasn't changed a lot. Pretty nice. Nothing up here still. Gotta fix that. Nice. Could be better. That's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the whole shindig. So nice to see you again. It's been a while. Sorry, that's definitely my fault. I did that. That was me. I was depressed. What can I tell you? It's a time. But yeah, no, really have a nice month. I'm gonna try and do something. I have actually something planned for maybe a week and a bit's time. Watch me actually not go through with that. But I have it planned, which is it's good. That's it, really. Thanks for hanging out with me. Double again, please go check out Yinny's page. I love her. We've been friends since too long, easily a decade. And she's put a lot of effort into it, way more than I ever have. And she's really trying. So it really means a lot to me, genuinely. If you go, just check her out. And check her out, because she's really hot, babe. Are you